Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here today. Hope all is well with you. I want to talk today in this video about a topic that we don't talk about all the time, but it's one that I think is so important. And that is that wonderful word that starts with the letter M, money. You know, it's a topic that is a kind of pivotal to a fulfilled life in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, because it enables everything else. It's not the in and of itself the thing that's most valuable, but it is the thing that helps to open doors, to give you a sense of, you know, a peace about how you're going to spend your years. Now, Elizabeth Dunkel is one of our bloggers, and I love Lisa. She's an amazing woman. I've met her personally, and she wrote an article about conversations about money and how they tend to make us unhappy. And you know, so how do we switch that around? How do we change the conversation about money to something that makes us feel energized and happy and in control of our lives? So we become sensitive to talking about money, even if you have some or not. And she gives some examples, and I really resonated with this when she mentioned it. And she said to someone says to you, "Oh, I love your sweater," or "I love your necklace," or "I love your whatever," and you say, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got it on sale. It was $5. It's an amazing bargain." We say that. We kind of justify our expenses. I do this all the time, and I've noticed this. I even notice it in videos where I say, you know, I bought this piece of this eyeshadow palette, and I got it on sale. I mean, that's great that you got it on sale, but it's almost like we put that word or that phrase in there so that we somehow don't feel like we're accounting for our money, how we're spending it. And then how many times a day do you think about something that you really would like and you say, "I can't afford it. I just can't afford it." Or you say that to your grandchild, "No, sorry, we can't afford it. We don't have enough money to buy that." You know, you say it in a way that then starts to make you feel sad. You know, it's not like we've turned it around and made it into something really more positive. My little grandson always used to say, "Baba, is there anything new today? Did you buy me anything new?" And he's a 3-year-old, so it's like, yeah. And I would say, "Well, Max, I've got new ideas, I've got new books, I've got some new crafts, I've got some new questions." And he would just go, "Oh, Baba, but did you buy something new?" but I always turned it around so I felt better. I didn't want to say, "No, I didn't buy anything today," knowing that in my heart I would be feeling, I wish I had more money to spend on my grandchild. But it wasn't that. You have to twist it around. That's just my opinion. Or if you say, you know, to a friend, and a lot of women in our 60andMe community say this, and I know how you're feeling as you say it, which is, "Oh, I'd love to go on that cruise with you, Margaret," or "I'd love to go on that holiday with my friend, but I really can't afford it." And that is true. I mean, you may not be able to afford it, and that's not a problem. It doesn't make you a less of a person or, you know, change the situation at all. You don't have the money to pay on a cruise. But when you say it like that, you actually turn it around to be something that makes you feel kind of this in your heart. You feel kind of sad. So maybe instead say, "Nope, not going to spend my money on cruises. I've got something else that's much more important, and you know, I'm into this and this and this. I want to buy some craft products or whatever." But you don't say, "No, I can't afford it," and you look down. It's kind of like that heaviness. So Lisa has written a lot of articles about retirement and savings, and she's written a series actually on how to live like a millionaire on a retirement budget. They're all on 60andMe, you can find them. But she's talks particularly about this fear of running out of money, the bag lady syndrome, for sure. Like we're all, even if you've got some money, even if you've saved for retirement, you've got some money, you feel like something could happen. And part of it is absolutely based in reality. I mean, if you're 60 years old, you've been through disappointments in your life. You've seen your money disappear sometimes. You know, you had an unexpected bill, or the tax bill was more than you thought, or, you know, any number of things can happen that surprise you with money. So we kind of know that there's possibly, you know, when you say it's going to end in tears, it just all might end in tears. That's happened before to us. But we have got to somehow learn how to, in my opinion, shape the reality of the world that we want to live in, put the boundaries around it financially, and then love it. Just love that reality, and accepting an abundance attitude, like the attitude of gratitude in your life, so that whatever it is you have, you treasure. So for example, there have been plenty of times in my life for sure where I have, not had money and not had money in a serious way, like not been able to buy some food or not being able to buy luxuries for sure. And so one thing I did for a while, which is just a silly little example, but I actually bought some removable wallpaper. I don't know if I can show you all the examples here, but I actually bought some removable wallpaper and I put it on things. Like I put it on this little hard drive. I put it on a notebook. I put it on, I made a vase. Like, I took one of those, those things that the effervescent pills come in where you, like a vitamin C tablet or whatever, when it's empty, it's like a little tube and it's quite small. And I put this beautiful, I love this particular peony pattern. I put it on there and put then a little striped one, ribbon around the top. And I used that for a little vase for a single rose or a single flower. Cost nothing at all. I don't know why I'm actually even sharing with you that specific question or a specific example, because it's just so trivial. But I feel like if you are dealing with a challenge with money and finances, instead of making yourself feel bad by denying yourself things, just get a little creative sometimes and do things that are going to change the way that you chat. Living a quality lifestyle has nothing to do with a fortune, having money. You can purchase for things on, you can actually, I think Lisa's books are on Amazon for like $3. These books of how to live like a millionaire on a retirement budget. Really cool ideas about how to decorate your table, how to like be creative with decor, how to recycle and upcycle clothing. Really cool things. And her articles are practical about specifics, like I mentioned, but they're also more about your attitude to money. And I think that that's really the thing. The point that she's trying to make in this article, and I encourage you to read it, is that talking about money in a certain way makes you feel worse. Even if the subject is a good subject, people will always have more money than you. There will always be more money than time. So it's a matter of, if you've got a lot of money and you don't spend it, where's it going to go? If you don't have a lot of money and you don't get creative about doing the things that bring you joy, what's the point? Now, another thing that Lisa talks about in her article is that there's so much more interesting stuff to talk about than money anyway. I mean, if you haven't got a lot of money, you probably can't be sharing your latest renovation or your latest house purchase or your latest cruise or whatever. But you don't need that. And if people that you're friends with start taking you there, say to them, hey, I didn't go on a cruise this year, but I did do this. Can we talk about that for a bit? Because it's something that I really was excited about. And just switching the subject there, your mind, I'm looking at my notes here. Money is fine, but your soul is limitless. Your mind can reach galaxies. So feel rich and talk about ecology, the environment, politics. Talk about global warming. Talk about the things that we're leaving as a legacy, as our generation is leaving as a legacy for our grandchildren. Talk about film. Talk about movies, culture, fashion, but not in a sense that you have to have it. But let's talk about the evolution of fashion, jewelry. I make these little necklaces. The beads are not that expensive, and putting them together, it takes a bit of time. But I hunt for unusual things and make necklaces that I love. It's all in your mind. And yes, believe it or not, millionaires do worry about the bag lady syndrome. It doesn't matter, in my opinion, how much money you have. You're always going to be challenged by your own insecurities. So maybe that's the point of this whole chat here, is to just go inside, find those insecurities related to money and bring it out. Change your conversation with money. You've survived so far this year. Just try it and see. You've made it through some really hard years of your life. There have been challenges, and I'm sure a lot of them have had to do with money, but you have what you have, and be happy with what you have. You've made it. You've made it through this far in your life with what you have. And I think if we look back, when the last few years, I know that I've downsized a lot, and that's kind of been a mission I think a lot of you are on. It's important that you continue to do that, but not because you want less stuff necessarily, but that you want a free heart. You want a lighter heart to be able to be happy with what you've got and be your true self. So I hope this has been useful. What are you obsessed about? The conversations about money? Do you find that talking about money makes you feel a little sad and unhappy sometimes? How do you redirect the conversation? How is your attitude to money as you've gotten older? I would love to read your comments and the conversation, and look forward to hearing what you're thinking about this topic. It's an important one, so let's make it constructive and useful in our lives. So, hope this has been great. Please subscribe to our channel if you love these videos. It's lovely to have you here. Please take good care of yourselves. I am with you always, and I really wish you well and happiness in your lives. Just know that you are important. Put yourself first. Stay safe and well, and know that you're loved. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.